Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. And earlier in the week, I made the comment that the VMAs were coming to New York. Everybody there was completely exempt from, I don't know, quarantining for 14 days. Even though they came in from all these states, apparently, emergency executive order Cuomo style. These are essential workers. They're essential, gosh darn it. So they were able to come in, and I thought to myself, man, this is going to be the largest propaganda train for what? For masks, obedience, and really a culture of slavery, unfortunately. A culture of slavery. That's where we're at. And I wish it wasn't. I wish that there were people pushing back. I wish that I had predicted it wrong and that maybe somebody was going to stand up. But this is some of the most prepackaged garbage I've ever seen on any entertainment platform ever. And the propaganda for the Mask Up campaign is over the top. Every single live performance that seems to be on this stage, and then there's a middle stage. And of course, they're going with the parked car motif, right? Concerts in cars, everybody socially distanced. All the people that are allowed to be there in groups in small cars and on are like 5 or less, right? They're all wearing masks. And every performance, the performer, at least their background dancers, have masks on. And of course, Lady Gaga went over the top with all the masks. To Lady Gaga's credit, she at least actually sang. Everybody else has been totally lip-synced, but we're talking about commercials, reminding you to social distance, mask up. We saw the Biden commercial, and this is what dystopia looks like. I want everybody to just take a quick look at what dystopia looks like. Get your questions and comments in, by the way. We're going to start taking those, but that's Lady Gaga during her performance. Everybody in masks, mask. Remember, they're exempt because the facts aren't the facts. You get it? The facts aren't the facts. And right now, I've got, and you can't make this up, a COVID SWAT team. Okay, let me repeat that. A COVID SWAT team of contact tracers being deployed to my little town. I wish that I was like joking, like it was joke time. But you wonder why I'm getting out of here. This is why I'm getting out of here. And that's why New York, my brother asked me today, he said, I think you should stay. I think you need to help fight against this. I don't know how I'm going to fight against this other than when this COVID SWAT team gets here, guys, I'm going to live stream it. I'm going to show people what exactly is going on in this nonsense where they just shut down a college because several, you'll listen to it, he says several people showed symptoms, and then they tested 3,000, they popped 100 plus positive. So before we get into everything, the MTV, the Mask Up campaign, I'm going to play that clip, but I want to remind everybody what you just heard here, this is not lockstep with Viacom or Pepsi, and by the way, they're giving away like awards, sponsored by Pepsi. Yeah, Pepsi wanted to step in and make the world a better place. Okay, sure they did. This is how we're going to do our super chat mechanism. $5, $10, $15. It means the world to me. And in fact, I think we'll be starting with, what is it? I believe either Christina or Brian, because these are from the last several days and we have not done an AMA. So the GoFundMe link is down below. That's how you can skip the crowd if we start getting way, way deep. Remember, you can support me on Rockfin, but you really need to just create a Rockfin account for free in case I get taken off there. And then I will end up making more videos free here. But the way they have it set up, that's why I have a lot of the duplicates as premium, but some of the, solo videos that you only get at Rockfin, the exclusives, as free. The documentary films. Very important. Need you now more than ever to share them, okay? Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order, Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture are free right here, right now, in the playlist section. It's easy. You just go down here, you come over to youtube.com/InfoWarrior, and there they are. They're right there. They're a click away, guys. And of course, you can also support me through the t-shirt shop. Now, this mask campaign is over the top, right? Lady Gaga in all of her weird outfits and talking about how she took on Hollywood, and she tells everybody at the end, really, you need to wear a mask. Mask up. Everybody's masking up. But remember, these are all exempt. Otherwise, if you come in contact tracing style on a plane and they call you up, then you're supposed to isolate for 14 days. And yet, they let all these college kids come up, knowing what some would get sick, not testing them, right? Waiting for them to start, then testing them after the fact, right? Okay? Saying some are symptomatic, and now we have the first explosion, right? And now they got to shut down class. They barely had any classes. It was like labs. And some ignorant kid on Twitter is talking about how, oh, they had to have labs. No, listen, you live in a dorm room. You're socializing with people. This was bound to happen. They knew that if they tested enough people, especially with the amount of faulty tests out there, that they would, this is for lockdown too, okay? And so before we get into that, I want to play this clip right here. This is the teleconference clip of Cuomo saying that they're going to have to take stricter measures when people don't listen. And remember, these are the people that are using the term COVID SWAT team, not me.
I understand, but and I understand the colleges want to be have a good relationship with the student body. But if the students act irresponsibly or the precautions are not in place, then the virus will spread, and then more dramatic action is going to have to be taken and needs to be taken. And if there is an outbreak on a college, it's a concern for the college, but it's also a concern for that community, local community, and for the state. We have a new chancellor of the State University System of New York. He happens to be on the phone with us, Jim Malatras.
And this guy, just pause it. This guy has been with them from the beginning and just can't wait to show his dictatorial power. He was already, I guess, here up at Suco last week sometime, and or a week and a half ago, and now he just can't wait to lock it down. Oh, I wish I could have seen his smug face while he says what he's about to say.
SUNY, I think, is lucky because Jim has been intimately involved in the entire COVID management system from day one, so he gets it very clearly. And he's been brought that orientation to SUNY. He is taking action today at Oneonta that I think is right. We have him on the phone, and I'd like him to speak about the situation at Oneonta and the actions he's taking today. Chancellor Malatras.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, everyone. We had reports of several large parties of our students in Oneonta last week. And unfortunately, because of those larger gatherings, there were several students who were symptomatic for COVID, and upon testing, we found that 20 were positive for the COVID virus.
Now, I want to say this right now. You notice he doesn't even say that the people that were symptomatic are the ones that tested positive. They use the symptoms of you have a cold, you have the sniffles, you have a fever. A few people have symptoms, and then they start testing. No one's in the hospital. No one's going to die. Ask them, how many of these people are even being treated with anything? The remdesivir or the dextromethasone, that are the authoritarian ways to cure this. Okay, think about that. They're just being told to self-isolate. And right now, they're just going to shut it down.
As a result, we deployed the SUNY Upstate Medical University team down to SUNY Oneonta, one of our premier medical research facilities, to test all students, nearly 3,000 or so at Oneonta, which began on Friday. And right now, as of this morning, we have around 71 confirmed positive cases, up from 20. And because of our other session, we're confirming another 34 tests. So we're about 105 positive tests at SUNY Oneonta, which is about 3% of the total student and faculty population that are on campus at SUNY Oneonta this year. As a result of the increase of tests and positive tests for COVID, we are going to be closing the SUNY Oneonta campus for 2 weeks for instruction. And
now, for instruction, but they'll all still live together in the dorms. You see how this works? It's all a farce. It's all selective enforcement. And again, remember, you don't have to have symptoms. You just have to pop pot. And what do? They shut down the bar I used to run, and then people in hazmat outfits are disinfecting it. And they're going to do a wave of shutdowns and lockdowns of businesses, and they're telling you to mask up to stop the spread. No one's in the hospital. No one's sick. He's already deployed a unit, and now come the new brown shirts, the contact tracers, that he refers to as a COVID SWAT team.
We will assess the situation working with the state and local health departments after 2 weeks. I want to thank the Governor and Commissioner Zucker. They deployed case investigators and contact tracers to help with the situation, and the state is deploying a SWAT team to come into the Oneonta community to set up 3 rapid results testing facilities so that any resident of the Oneonta community can be tested. It's a 15-minute test. The hotline will be, and the locations will be released on Monday, and we will start testing on Wednesday because many of the students, of course, live off campus. There's a lot of interaction in the community. There's a private college nearby, so we want to...
They want to take over.
Manage any potential spread and address it immediately.
They don't care. Listen, this is about control. This is about lockdown 2, and that's the bottom line. Let's check these GoFundMe questions really quickly. Christina Kennard, thanks for all you do, Jason. I am considering Iowa, Missouri, South Dakota. Listen, I loved Missouri, and I liked South Dakota a lot. Iowa's my spot. For those that don't know, again, I was just there. There are 2 spots. My sister still hasn't even given me an answer. So she has, tonight, like tomorrow, I'm going to talk to her. If not, I'm going to try to close on the 3-bedroom. If she's coming, I'm going to try to close on the 4-bedroom. Out of the ones that I looked at, there's background checks and stuff. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows if they're still going to be available? But I got to get out of here. I want to fight this, but I literally now have a COVID SWAT team coming to my small little town. All right? Think about that. Let's see. Hey, Jason, do you see any progress with the population? Are they starting to get it? Sometimes I get discouraged and say, why bother with these zombies? Just get yours. I've been a fan of yours since Luke drove me insane saying incredulous when he meant incredible. Listen, individuals, you got to work on individuals and hope that people are getting it. I know it's very frustrating. Even today when I was walking through, if you saw my walk and talk today and how many people were all masked up in 70-degree weather on Main Street, it was discouraging. Jason, your content has helped me stay sane during this crazy time. Hearing someone confirm my own thoughts and observations has been wonderful and has also opened my eyes to facts that are so important to know and share. Thank you so much. Blessings to you and your work. Blessings to you so much, Lorraine. Thank you very, very much. And let's get it down the list here. Remember to get your questions and comments in now, guys. Did you close? I just told you. Hopefully, like I said, tomorrow we're going to find out what's going to happen. I'm uncomfortable with GoFundMe lately. I get it. Kyle Rittenhouse, I don't know what happened to him in GoFundMe. I will see you on Rockfin. I can't find you outright last name, first name at Outlook. I'm not sure what that part meant. F a mask, I'm with you. New York State sup. And anyone wearing one, we are all essential, agreed. I turned on 2 minutes. I turned it on for 2 minutes, but couldn't bear it. Okay, Ludwig Boltzmann. Oh, the VMAs, they're awful. They were so terrible. The mask stuff was over the top. I know, right? Any satanic rituals or what? Lady Gaga came out with the antlers to take one of her awards in like some kind of a white ice queen. I guess you could say like the white witch outfit. There's definitely some symbolism there, but not as occultic as past years. But very much on the brainwashing and selling you cars. Like everything's sponsored. They had Little Yachty. You know me, I'm a big Little Yachty guy. Dancing with the Burger King guy. And they had some Latin thing going through New York, but it was really a car commercial the entire time. And then everybody's got the cars there. It's pretty nutty. People with masks make me uncomfortable and concerned for my safety. Shit whistles whistling. Bread and circus. What up, JB? Hey again, Burmese Brigade. What up, Scott? How we doing? YouTube has banned all live streaming of any riots. Protests. Is that true? You know, I didn't see, I haven't really looked into the Berlin protests. Apparently that's where Kennedy was the one speaking, but the London protests were huge. That's unbelievable that you can't live stream what's actually going on in the world. Useless eaters, untie. Lady Gaga sucks. Schmidt, I haven't worn a mask this year, but think about it. The ones not wearing ones are easy to spot and likely not tarted. So use it to make friends. I hear you, but you can't, like, in this state, it's over the top. You know, I do. I want to shake people's hands when on the street when I see them and they're not wearing a mask here. Believe me, Jesse, I'm with you 100%. I know exactly what you're saying there. It's just so bizarre, man. Again, it's a transhumanist movement, and it's gaining ground, and people are so in fear when the death rates are dropping. Like I said, there's not, out of all these cases, no one's in the hospital here. It's very scary. Sup, Scott? No, Lady Gaga. She's such a propaganda piece. Oh, there's a big old jump ski. There's the jump. Let's see. There we go. We got some sheep for a transhumanist. Masks are a sign of ignorance to reality. Big stores make us wear masks, but the base bodegas don't care. That's true, but they don't have most of those open here, and they're about to shut what they have open in New York back down. Like, he's going to use these little outbreaks of, again, no one's in a hospital. So no one's in a hospital, but we're still worried about it. No one will even use the herd immunity word. No one will talk about how the thing's degraded, right? Sweden, herd immunity, did better than a lot of other states, including Belgium, Italy, Britain. I mean, you name it. And they did all sorts of hardcore lockdowns. It's right here. 57 per 100,000 over in Sweden. Belgium, 87. Spain, 62. Britain, 62. Italy, 58. And they had hardcore lockdowns. All right? We need to push back now. Now is the time. Now. Let's see. Can't tell the last time I watched an away show. The age of celebrity is over. Hollywood is insufferable. Oh, an award show. Yeah, no, it's been a long time for me too. Yeah, it was tough to watch the 90 minutes I did watch. I'm here for the harmful content. Good. Hello, everyone. Gar, ba, ba, ba. Evening Brigade, effing scumbags. People in masks make me feel like, what's it say? Let's see if I move that a little bit. There we go. Like they could become a robbery victim. Like, I don't know either. You're doing great. Where you are, let's see. My new HK and Kimber will be ready for COVID SWAT team. Awaken to the naive pandemic and continue theft of everything. We the people love. Gaga was dying under her studded mask. VMAs were a total push for the mask. Yes, they were. They were masking up all over the place. Thank you for putting the GoFundMe link in the chat there, Doom. Appreciate that. It's also in the link below. There have been a few times I thought a masked person approaching me was a bad person covering their face. We got a deleted message there. Interesting. CDC is backtracking on masks. And there's a new New York Times article talking about the massive inaccuracies in the PCR test. Correct. Is the narrative starting to fall apart? No, they're still running with the false narrative here to lock it down. To lock businesses down for lockdown 2 right before the elections. Packing the gun 24/7 now. I fight against it by not participating in the charade. I do not wear a mask. I don't give a fuck. Attaboy, Scott. Calmly educate the naive with facts. Masks equals slavery and death of thought. Agreed. I'm so glad you are moving, Jason. I can't wait to get out of here at this point. I'm sad that it's all going, but I got to get out. It was so much more empowering being able to sit down, not walk around with a mask, go into a gas station with a mask, without a mask, the whole thing in Iowa. Like you wouldn't believe. My boyfriend is having a hard time understanding the point of all of this. He says, what's the big deal? The tests aren't mandatory. Not yet. And I didn't mean to do some kind of like Southern Hank Hill bad impersonation, but it's just like some people just, no matter how many facts you throw at them, it does not matter. And they don't care about the truth. They just want to be right. They want to submit to this authoritarianism that is alarming to any thinking human being. Did anyone notice the spirit cooking symbolism on Gaga's stage? I missed it. I saw, it was hard for me to tell what exactly her piano was, whether it was like a heart or a brain or whatever. They're crazy. I'm the king about printing a shizload of signs that say no masks allowed and put them up all over town. They have certificates in my town. They have certificates in the windows. And you know, the business that I just showed you that was shut down, they had a certificate in the window. Guess what? It didn't mean anything. Certificates in the windows, guys. Let's see. I think it was right before I left. Yes. So right here, let's see if you can see it. Probably not, because it's. Well, let's see if we bring it back. Man, it says open and safe, Otsego County. Safe business. The establishment with the city owning on is open and safe. Yep, sure it is. They're all safe, actually. But we don't need a certificate from you, you know, to act like your authoritarianism is valid. Skip bit, look at the OSHA and CDC studies dating back a decade that prove masks are useless. Oh, he's a big maskaroo. I visit Portugal for vacation. My brother sent me a link saying it may be mandatory for the Bill vaccine if you want to go to Portugal. Ridiculous. Hope they don't. It's not hope. You got to push against it. This is what they want. This is what they want. This is truly insane. How long will it take for people to realize that they are being played? Stick bits, you MFing bootlicker. I mean, it's crazy. You got to wonder how many of Jesse Schmidt, thank you for the super chat, but you didn't put any you just donated. You didn't put something in there. Well, I wish you had. Remember, put a message in there, make a comment, and that's how we'll do the super chats over there. Bingus was right. Where are Cuomo's bondage nipple piercings? I'm in, I think it's Western New York, and things are getting worse by the day, but I have to stay and fight for the state and, more importantly, the good people who are here. There are good people in New York, I know. Prove them wrong then, stick bits. You cannot prove what you accuse. Get off of mainstream. You know nothing of reality. Jason, do you go with a Russian boat docked at the port since 2014 with the Beirut bombing? Is that what they're trying to say? In Lebanon, that huge explosion, is that the new thing? I haven't heard anything about it. I couldn't make a comment on that. It's the first time I've read anything there. Mom's pasta should help. Stick bits seek help. Cuomo is into BDSM. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, True World. Appreciate it. Let's see. B Tiger. Mask mouth is a problem with masks. Everything about the mask is a problem. Watching from the beginning. If you're sick and you're really ill, you probably shouldn't be out in public anyway, let alone just wearing a mask, right? And since, again, think about this. They used, quote-unquote, symptomatic people. Are they even saying any of the symptomatic people even popped hot? Or then did they, have a large party, and then they tested 300 kids, and they got 9 kids positive? Think about it. What did they actually do for these tests? Let me see. Mobster Cuomo and Goomba brother Fredo. Stickbit is a perfect example of a naive, well-meaning person too lazy, too simple to look at. Let's see. No one is keeping you here, so bye, okay. I'm down the herd. Now United Kent State. Why can't I hear you? You mumbling. I say that a lot. I don't know why you can't hear me. Hopefully I'm okay, right? Is everything Bueller? Hello? Let's see. There is no proof of a, lockdown economy. There's no proof of a pandemic, you idiot. There would be tens of millions dead if there were. I don't know how these elected tools get away with it. See the big protests against the COVID scam-denic attention, NWO. You are losing. Truth always wins. The sheep are waking up, and it's over for you. Start your exit plans and hide now. Listen, the predator class needs to go down. Big time. They need to be made an example of. They need to stop being protected by all these laws that just make them, we'll sue them. We'll sue the organization. We'll hide behind an LLC. No, they are literally death incorporated for humanity. That's what the media military industrial complex is. Those they choose to control will either be under that control or die. Let's see. I was going to do an in-person learning, but they want to test twice a week. Exactly. No thanks. Switch to online only to avoid being cattle. I hear you, Ludwig. Never fear death, fear suffering. Correct. Caller sounds like Vader. Much echo. Oh, that's what you're talking about. You're talking about the caller on there. Let's see. At $3,120, most Americans' cars ain't worth remdesivir. Listen, it's crazy that they would charge people like that because the raw materials cost $10 for 10 days. But again, don't talk about the other treatments that are much cheaper. Don't talk about the inhaled steroids and budesonide and other ones like that. Oh, no, no, no. We're not allowed to do that. Please watch the documentary Plandemic 2. Do not get tested. Do not get vaccinated. Lockdown, injection with intoxicants. Exactly. Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. Bye, Skip Bit. See ya. Have a good day. Man, we had an Uber troll in there, huh? We oppose deception. Correct. Brown burkas, stay home, bitch. Let's see. Commie bulls. People like me, we choose to self-isolate because of our condition. But I don't expect the world to lock down because of me. The older people, too, don't want to live their last years in fear, all shut in. Correct. People are projecting. Take your ass to church. Let's see. I came in trigger because of Jason, and now you're triggered because I said so. Man, there's a lot of stuff in here. If you do move to Eastern Iowa, you will only be a couple-hour drive from me. I mean, is that Eastern Iowa? I guess it's, yeah, it's East Coast Iowa. Yeah, it is Eastern Iowa. It's right on that border. You're right. Correct. Middle America, here I come. The actual Middle America. Let's see. I blame the shifty mayors. I blame the spineless mayors that are scared to death that their local governments are just going to be what? Defunded. And that the state police are going to come in. And that Cuomo will use all his authoritarian capo tools, which he will try to do. Let's see. Your car, your job, your home. Good luck, stick pits. Facts, get some. You're dangerously ignorant. And, why didn't we just ban the guy? Here, watch. I'll ban him. Hide the user from the channel. We're done. I got plenty of them. I didn't need to wait on that. The VMA is at the top. I hate the military. They think it's insane. Well done, Jason. Keep awakening the naive. I really appreciate that. What's this? Graisley Bras. F-U? Okay. Let's see if we have some more trolling. Maybe. Jason, where are you going to go when they come rounding us up? Hopefully we're... Listen, we need to fight back right now. There's no doubt about it. We need to fight back. Yeah, there is no super chat available. It's only GoFundMe. It's very true. But thank you for thinking about it. That's why we use the GoFundMe for the super chatting. But I think I'm going to wrap this one up. The VMAs, from what I watched, were painful. They were exactly what I thought, only worse. They were like commercials wrapped in mask up campaigns. They weren't as occultic. Everything was wacky. I want to thank Jesse Schmidt for the super chat, a.k.a. donation without a super chat, over at the GoFundMe. This is how I do it, guys. $5, $10, $15, big donors. You mean the world to me. The first of the month is coming around, and by October 1st, I need to be out of here. Remember, in case I get kicked off of this platform, Rockfin is where to find me. Create that free account. I'm going to have Ryan from The Last American Vagabond on. I'm looking forward to that. That should be a good time. He'll be on tomorrow. I believe that is, I think it's 3 p.m. Eastern time, and we should be going for a half an hour, Looking forward to that. Thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Join the Burmese Brigade and check out the t-shirt shop. You can support me there as well. I absolutely love you guys, and I'll see you on the flip side.